Hi, I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. Today we'll focus our discussion on carbohydrates. In this lesson, you will learn what carbohydrates are and that all carbohydrates are not created equal. Sweet carbohydrates like table sugar have never before been in human diets in the amounts found today. Carbohydrates are nature's quickest source of energy. But too many sweet carbohydrates, like those in ice cream, candy, cakes, and pastries, may lead to weight gain. The key is to choose the right carbohydrates, which are rich in fiber and more filling. You might need a fiber supplement if you don't get enough fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains in your diet. Let's get started with the first lesson. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. In this lesson, we'll be discussing carbohydrates. Let's get started. All the organs of your body are made up of cells. To be effective, nutrition must get to all of the cells of your body. Cellular nutrition provides all the cells of your body with the nutrition you need every day. When we think of health and nutrition, only a few of us think of the cell, but actually, the cell is the source of the body's energy supply. It's what keeps you not only functioning at optimal health, but functioning at all. Cellular nutrition means that our bodies are nourished at the most basic level, the cells, the tiniest living units in the body. This allows the cells to grow, repair, and perform their functions with the best possible efficiency so that we feel and look better and are better able to prevent and fight disease. Now, we already know that carbohydrates are also a major nutrient category. In fact, carbohydrates are the main source of energy for your body. They come from a variety of foods, including fruits, vegetables, and grains. You must eat the right amount of carbohydrates daily to provide your body with energy in the form of glucose in the blood. We mentioned that carbohydrates are the key source of energy for your body and power everything you do. This is especially important during exercise, when carbs also give you quick energy as your body demands it and keep your muscle cells functioning at their best during whatever activity you're doing. In fact, elite athletes know all about fueling and maintaining their performance by keeping up carbohydrate intake before, during, and after exercise. They make sure to have a high carbohydrate meal before exercising, then take in small amounts during exercise, often in the form of a sports drink. Then, after exercise, they consume carbohydrates to replenish the body's energy stores. Carbohydrates can be found in plant-based foods, such as starches, sugar, and fiber. These are found in many foods, both natural and processed. No matter what carbohydrate you consume, your body breaks it down into simple sugars that are used for energy. The body breaks down most carbohydrates into single sugar molecules, such as glucose and other simple sugars, which are small enough to cross into the bloodstream. Fiber is a carbohydrate that the body cannot break down, but it is important for digestive health. The body digests most carbohydrates, resulting in a rise in blood sugar, because cells are designed to use this as a universal energy source. It makes sense that we crave sugars. They taste sweet and make us feel good. Eating sweets can reduce stress by increasing a sense of pleasure, and it is hard to stop eating them because they activate the pleasure centers in the brain. Did you know that sugar might be addictive? Scientists have conducted studies showing that rats can become addicted to sugar. In fact, Some people feel as though they're addicted to sweets. This addiction in recent years seems to be on the rise. Because sweets create a sense of pleasure and reduce stress, it's easy to overindulge. When you are stressed or depressed, it's common to eat more sweets to feel better. But this overconsumption has an unintended result, possible weight gain. This is not only because excess carbs turn into sugar, but because sweets and desserts usually contain fats that we aren't thinking about. So, it's best to find another way to deal with emotional lows rather than turning to sweets. Did you know? Table sugar comes from sugarcane and became a large part of the human diet only after sugar plantations developed around the year 1600. Unfortunately, though, sugar seems to be in just about every processed food available in one way or another. Some sugars are found naturally in foods. Fructose, lactose, and glucose are found in fruits, vegetables, and milk. Eating sugars found naturally in foods is by far the best way to consume sugars. Natural sugars are not the same as table sugar, corn syrup, or other sweeteners that are used to increase the sweetness of foods while adding extra calories. Did you know that white potatoes can raise blood sugar as fast as a cola drink? You might want to think twice before eating that baked potato. In the last few years, people are starting to substitute sweet potatoes for white potatoes because they are lower on the glycemic index, meaning they tend to cause less of a rise in blood sugar after you eat them, so they're a healthier choice. Though an unlikely source of sugar, high fructose corn syrup is one of the most popular sweeteners nowadays. High fructose corn syrup is a corn-based sweetener that started being added to foods in the late 1960s and early 1970s. It became popular when some soda companies adopted the ingredient for their carbonated beverages in the 1980s. Beverages account for the highest percentage of high fructose corn syrup used annually. But it's not just soft drinks. Juice drinks with added sugar, sweetened tea, and many other sweetened beverages contain high levels of high fructose corn syrup as well. It's also frequently seen in highly processed foods such as ketchup, bread, waffles, and many others. It could be coincidence, but from the time high fructose corn syrup became popular in the 1980s, obesity started increasing in the United States and around the world. This sweetener has not only been associated with obesity, but also with an increase in the risk for obesity-associated conditions. But in recent years, as the public has become more aware of its dangers, the demand for high fructose corn syrup has fallen. The healthiest way to satisfy your hunger and get a sense of being full is to choose natural carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, and grains. They also happen to be rich in fiber, and many people on a Western diet do not get enough fiber, so this is an added benefit. As we know, many foods that have carbohydrates also provide much-needed fiber. Fiber is important in slowing the absorption of sugars from the intestines. If you slow your sugar absorption, you won't be overloaded by a spike in sugar. Fiber tends to fill you up, which helps control hunger, keeps you feeling fuller, and might stop you from overeating. Fiber also helps make your digestion smoother and more efficient, and helps you eliminate waste while preventing constipation. Most adults need about 25 grams of fiber each day. As healthy as you might eat, or think you might eat, it can be difficult to get all the fiber you need each day. especially if you have a hectic lifestyle and find yourself eating on the go, eating fast foods, or skipping meals. Try to include a fiber supplement to ensure you're getting enough. So what have we learned? Carbohydrates are an important part of the diet. They fuel the body and everything it does. Carbohydrates are nature's quickest source of energy. Too many sweet carbohydrates may lead to weight gain. Yet, it's very easy to become addicted to sugar and sweets because they activate pleasure centers in the brain. Also, many sweetened foods contain added fats. We also learned about how important fiber is and that fiber is found in carbohydrate foods, satisfies our sense of hunger, and keeps us from overeating. You need about 25 grams of fiber each day, but getting this amount daily can be difficult if you have a hectic lifestyle. You might need a fiber supplement if you don't get enough from your diet. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In the next lesson, we'll learn about good carbohydrates. See you at the next meeting. Hi, welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. I'm your host, Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. In this lesson, we will continue talking about carbohydrates. Today, you will learn about the difference between good and bad carbohydrates. This classification is based on the chemical structure of carbs. Bad carbs are quickly digested and absorbed in your body. Examples are sugar-rich foods such as soft drinks, cakes, candies, and pastries. Good carbs are broken down more slowly, and while they taste great, they usually have fewer calories. Now, most carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. Why does it matter which carbohydrates you consume? Why is the energy in a teaspoon of sugar any better or worse than the equivalent amount of carbs in a banana or whole wheat bread, or for that matter, in a chocolate bar? They are all different and your body absorbs them all in various ways. Let's see the difference between the good and bad carbohydrates. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. In this lesson, we'll see which carbohydrates are good and which ones are not good. Let's get started. Now, we already know that carbohydrates are the main source of energy for your body. They come from a variety of foods, including fruits, vegetables, and grains. You must eat the right amount of carbohydrates daily to provide your body with energy in the form of glucose in the blood. We mentioned that carbohydrates are the key source of energy for your body and power everything you do. This is especially important during exercise, when carbs also give you quick energy as your body demands it and keep your muscle cells functioning at their best during whatever activity you're doing. In fact, elite athletes know all about fueling and maintaining their performance by keeping up carbohydrate intake before, during, and after exercise. They make sure to have a high carbohydrate meal before exercising, then take in small amounts during exercise, often in the form of a sports drink. Then, after exercise, they consume carbohydrates to replenish the body's energy stores. When we talk about good carbohydrates, we mean those foods which contain carbohydrates in addition to other things your body needs: fiber, vitamins, minerals, and natural plant nutrients. These good carbohydrates are absorbed more slowly by the body, which leads to a greater feeling of fullness, staving off and controlling hunger. Additionally, blood sugar levels are slower to rise, so you don't experience energy spikes. Instead, energy is more even and is better maintained along with mood. It's easy to see why we should focus on consuming good carbohydrates. There are other qualities that make good carbohydrates good. For example, they are generally unprocessed or less processed, and we all know the dangers of processed foods. Good carbs also naturally contain more fiber, which is good for digestive health. Digestion is aided by the presence of fiber, and bowel movements are regulated. And good carbs are broken down more slowly by the body into sugar, unlike refined sugars and sugar-loaded processed foods, which can cause sugar surges in the bloodstream. You can get good carbohydrates, usually complex carbohydrates, in a variety of foods. From whole grains, including oats, rice, barley, and the protein-rich quinoa. From grain-based foods, like whole grain bread and pasta. From fruits and non-starchy vegetables. As you can see, there is an abundance of options to meet your good carb needs. Did you know that good carbohydrates can be made bad through the refining process? It's true. When whole wheat grains are cultivated and then taken to a processing plant and prepared to be made into white bread, most of the nutrition is removed from the whole grain, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So the white bread is now a simple carbohydrate rather than a complex carbohydrate, and it has lost much of its nutritional value. This refining also applies to rice, oats, and other whole grains. Did you know? Not all brown-colored bread is made from whole grains. Some wheat breads are basically white breads with added color to make them look brown. We learned that good carbs are absorbed into our system at a slower rate. And this has many benefits, including more sustained blood sugar levels, meaning more sustained energy levels. We've already seen the many benefits of good carbohydrates in optimizing how the body functions and in the nourishment they provide. Here are a few more benefits. Good carbs offer more fiber per bite than bad carbs, benefiting digestive function. Good carbs also tend to offer more water, and thus more hydration in every bite. And, very importantly, good carbs have fewer calories per bite, ensuring that you stay within your calorie allowance, also possibly help you lose or maintain weight. Bad carbohydrates are very unlike good carbohydrates. They are usually processed foods, think white sugar and white flour, and so much of their nutritional value has been removed. Bad carbs, as we've seen, are quickly absorbed by the body. Because bad carbs are largely in processed foods, they often are loaded with calories and fats of which we might not be aware. We learned that bad carbs are absorbed into our system at a very rapid rate. When carbs are converted into glucose quickly, this can lead to a spike in sugar levels and may be followed by a drop or a crash. This can lead to fatigue and difficulty in concentrating. If the body can't use all the excess sugar, which it probably can't, then it will be converted and stored as fat. Here are a few more facts about bad carbs. They contain less fiber per bite, meaning you will need to eat more fiber-rich foods to make up for the bad carbs. The other option would be to take a fiber supplement. Bad carbs may have more fats, and usually unhealthy fats, than good carbs. In fact, these fats are often hidden, and we don't even think about them. We just think about our cravings for sweets. Lastly, bad carbs contain a lot more calories per bite than good carbs do, which could lead to increased calorie intake, resulting in weight gain. Whether you are disciplined about eating only good carbs, hooked on bad carbs, or are somewhere in between, you may benefit from fiber supplements. Fiber supplements may boost the amount of fiber in your diet and slow the absorption of carbohydrates. They also can promote healthy digestion. To optimally control your hunger, you need to consume protein and carbohydrates together. Protein, as we know, is great at staving off hunger pangs and keeps you feeling full. Add good carbs to the mix and you'll feel really satisfied while getting your nutrients. You'll also be energized and be able to take on the day. Eating meals consistently, mostly of fats and carbohydrates, will not keep your hunger at bay. Remember, stick to protein with your good carbs, and see what the next slide has to reveal about a healthy diet. You need to consume protein and carbohydrates together, rather than fats and carbohydrates, to control hunger. By eating good carbs and adding a fiber supplement, you can control your hunger and get the nutrition you need every day. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. In the next lesson, we'll put the theory into practice. See you at the next meeting. Hi, and welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. I'm your host, Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. In the past lesson, we learned the difference between carbohydrate types. There are good carbs and bad carbs. And the bad ones are the ones you should really run away from. They are simply harmful for your body and your health and can definitely cause you to gain weight. In this lesson, you will learn how to include the good carbohydrates and how to avoid the bad ones. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. In this lesson, we'll put the theory about carbs into practice. Let's get started. Both apples and cake contain carbs. Both contain simple carbs. Fruit contains fructose, while cake contains sucrose, or table sugar. But the healthy carbs found in foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains offer your body more nutritional benefit than the bad carbs in the form of baked goods, candy, and soda. Why is that? While both of these foods provide sugar that can serve as energy to fuel your body, the fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are also loaded with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, while the cake contains very little nutritional value. Good carbs, like this 100% whole grain bread, are complex carbohydrates that are digested and absorbed more slowly than the more refined simple carbohydrates, like this white bread. When you eat whole grain foods, the complex carbohydrates are broken down slowly into sugars, so your blood sugar rises slowly too. This is why these good carbs help to sustain your energy. The more refined carbohydrates, though, are digested more quickly and can cause your blood sugar to spike quickly and then crash. So you may not get the sustained energy that whole grains can provide. It's a good idea to make your sandwiches and toast with 100% whole grain breads. Fiber is plentiful in good carbohydrates, but refined carbohydrates lack fiber. Fiber helps you to feel fuller longer, and so can help to control your hunger. Fiber also helps your digestive system to run more smoothly. Since the refined carbs don't contain fiber, you will be getting a lot of calories without the fiber. When you want something to snack on, you can try fiber-rich vegetables. When you are craving something sweet, try having some delicious fresh fruit. Good carbs have fiber or more water per bite, so they provide you fewer calories per serving. Bad carbs, however, often have more calories and hidden fats per serving. For example, a fruit or vegetable serving of 100 grams has only 50 to 70 calories, while a similar size serving of ice cream would have over 300 calories. If you're craving something sweet, pick up a small bowl of bright fresh berries, rather than a processed snack that will just overload you with calories and fat. Most fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are naturally low in fat. On the other hand, many foods that are high in refined carbohydrates are also high in fat, such as cakes, cookies, and French fries. To reduce your overall fat intake, steer clear of the bad carbs and enjoy the natural, delicious flavors of the good carbs. It's better to get your fats from healthier sources like avocado, which is a fruit, and fish. As we've seen throughout these lessons, bad carbohydrates are all too plentiful, especially in the Western diet. You have to be very conscious and careful about what you're eating, and think about whether consuming bad carbs is worth it. Some common bad carbs to watch out for are white bread, white rice, soft drinks, mixed cocktails, and processed foods like cake, cookies, and chips. There are a few ways you can work good carbohydrates into your daily diet. The first thing we recommend is filling half of your dinner plate with veggies. Fresh vegetables are great. However, you may find frozen vegetables more convenient. Frozen vegetables are frozen very soon after harvest and, as a result, retain their nutrients. They're healthy for you as long as they don't have added salt or sauces. You can steam them as a side dish and also add them to foods like soups, omelets, or pasta dishes to increase your vegetable intake. Our next tip is just as simple. All you need to do is add to your protein shake a serving of fruit. Bananas, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, kiwi. There's a great array of options to increase the good carbs in your shake and switch up the flavors you are enjoying each day. Another benefit is that fruits also contain antioxidants, natural compounds that keep you healthy. Fresh mixed vegetable salads are delicious and are an easy way to incorporate plenty of low-calorie, nutrient-rich vegetables into your day. Add lots of different vegetables to your salad to get a range of healthy vitamins, minerals, and natural plant nutrients. Here's an easy way to make salad ahead of time. Wash your salad greens and break them into bite-sized pieces. Mix the greens with firm vegetables like sliced cucumbers, carrots, peppers, and broccoli florets. Wrap all the mixed veggies in a large kitchen towel and place in a drawer in your refrigerator. The greens will stay fresh and tasty for days, and you'll always have salad available. Just remember to use salad dressing in moderation because it can have additional calories. Raw vegetables make a great low-calorie snack, And they are delicious plain, or you can dip them in salsa, mashed avocado, or hummus. Keep sliced carrots, celery, and cucumbers, along with cherry tomatoes and fresh snow peas, on the front shelf in your refrigerator where you can see them. That way, when you're looking for a snack, you'll be likely to grab these healthy vegetables. Pack some in a portable container to take with you to snack on during your workday. For convenience, you can buy pre-prepared vegetables for snacking. There are so many whole grain products available that it's easy to switch from refined grains to whole grain. Try whole grain pasta instead of regular pasta, or brown instead of white rice. When you look for whole grain breads or cereals, read your labels carefully to make sure that you are getting 100% whole grain. Replace some of the white flour that you use in baking with whole grain flour. Try some new grains too. You can make delicious side dishes from cracked wheat, quinoa, or millet for a change. Our final tip is to have fruit rather than processed sweets for dessert. We all get cravings for sweets, but fruits can satisfy those cravings in a natural, nutrient-rich way. Fruits are definitely healthier than pastries, with less fat and calories, as well as more fiber and vitamins, and they can be just as enjoyable as a sweet dessert. Now, try to minimize your intake of bad carbohydrates. Keep your eye out for white foods and avoid them. If the food is white, it's most likely processed and stripped of many of the nutrients found in the whole grain. The white foods we are focusing on are white rice, pasta, potatoes, and bread. Meanwhile, increase your good carbohydrates. Any fruit, vegetable, or whole grain will do. If you are stressed, don't reach for a chocolate bar, a donut, candy, or a baked good for a quick feel-good fix. Instead, opt for a naturally sweet piece of fruit, a crunchy water-filled vegetable, or some whole grain crackers. You can incorporate some of these items into a larger snack, such as adding fruit to your protein shake. When you have meals or snacks, it's a good idea to have some protein with your carbs. Protein sends signals to your brain that tell your body it's full. Fiber also makes you feel fuller. When you use whole grain foods, you won't get a big surge in your blood sugar. If you're having a salad for a meal, be sure to include some protein. If you're having some fruit or vegetables for a snack, have some low-fat yogurt or cottage cheese with it. We need about 25 grams of fiber a day to stay regular and to keep the digestive system running smoothly. If you aren't getting enough fiber in your diet, a fiber supplement may help to meet your needs. Adding fruit and a fiber supplement to your shake is a good way to increase your fiber intake. Here are the key things to remember about carbohydrates. Good carbohydrates like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and natural plant nutrients. Bad carbohydrates like desserts and sodas provide little nutrition, so they're considered mostly empty calories. Consider adding a fiber supplement to meet the recommended 25 grams per day. Good work! You've completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. Next time, we'll review what we've learned. See you then. Hi, I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. Thank you for joining us on the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. In the past 3 lessons, you learned what you needed to know about carbohydrates. Now let's review. Remember, the theory is important, but what we really want is for you to take this knowledge home and put it into practice with your family and your friends. You know that carbs are important. You know that bad carbohydrates may be harmful, and you know that there are good carbohydrates to help you build a great diet and control your weight. It's as simple as that. Let's start our module review. It's time to review what we've learned. Let's take a quick look back. We have learned that carbohydrates are a source of quick energy. Bad carbohydrates are quickly broken down into glucose, which hits the bloodstream and rapidly rises blood sugar levels. Some examples of bad carbohydrates are ice cream, pastries, and desserts. Add whole fruit, vegetables, and whole grains to increase fiber intake to about 25 grams per day. Try to include a fiber supplement to ensure you're getting enough. Good carbohydrates contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and natural plant nutrients. On the other hand, bad carbohydrates provide very little nutritional value. Now that you've refreshed your memory, you are ready for our fun quiz. See you then. Welcome! It is time for the fun quiz. Let's begin. Take some time to answer these 5 questions. Let's see how you did. Bad carbs contain lots of fat and sugar. True. Carbohydrates known as bad carbs are often high-calorie, high-fat, and high-sugar foods like ice cream, pastries, and desserts. Good carbs are found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. This is true. Make sure to include them into your daily diet. You need about 25 grams of fiber per day in your diet. This is true. If you are not sure about the amount of fiber in your diet, you may add a fiber supplement. Carbohydrates provide energy for your muscles during exercise. This is true. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy for your body for your daily activities, including exercise. Bad carbs are more quickly absorbed, hit the bloodstream, and raise blood sugar levels. Congratulations! You've completed this entire module. Great job!